All of my employees wear white shirts. This is from the 80s. I was the East Coast expert on a big mainframe company network gear. I was associated with the manufacturing plant. But I did customer site visits to help field engineering either install or more often fix installations that were not working. On customer visits, it was suit and tie. Since I often worked in computer rooms, I never wore white shirts because of the dirt issue. Plus TBH, they make me look like the Sta Puff Marshmallow guy. Normal was an up and down striped button-down shirt in a blue, pale green, etc. Fly to Boston to work with a sales droid on configuration of a system they were trying to sell to a big bank. Sales droid says minor change. First we need to go to this mandatory sales droid meeting headed up by the regional VP of sales. Fine. Get there. Sea of white shirts, ties, and me in my colored shirt. Sit in 5th row. Room has about 50 to 60 droids. Regional VP gets on stage, doing his best, excite the troops to go out and sell millions, speech, clapping and cheering, etc. Mid-sentence he sees me and stops. Hey you, where is your white shirt? Quote, look around. Figure he may be talking to me. So I point to myself. Yay, you in the blue shirt. All of my staff, everyone that works for me wears a white shirt. Okay. Good to know. Thanks. Thanks? Get out. And don't come back until you are wearing a white shirt. You want me to go and not come back unless I'm wearing a white shirt? Quote, yes. Get out now. So I get up, walk to the aisle, turn and go, hey, do you know who I am? Quote, no. I don't think know who you are and I don't think care. Out. Super. Then for the rest of you. I'm Kilted Turtle, the East Coast expert in networking, product out of plant name, and I work for the director of engineering there. So I don't work for him. And it's unlikely that I'll be back since I don't own a white shirt. Left. Flew home. Frantic voicemails from the sales droid about his customer. Next day. Dropped into Director of Engineering's office to give a trip report. He starts, so Kilted Turtle. You were a big hit at the sales meeting. VP of Sales called to apologize and wants you to come back. Nope. Not going to happen. He comes here, wearing a colored shirt and apologizes to me. I'll consider it. He's not going to do that. Fine. Not traveling to that region. I'll talk to people on the phone. I can do my job that way just fine, and walked out. Called my sales droid and said we'd work on the phone. Not coming back up. Droid not happy, but understood. Week later, reception calls that I have a guest go to lobby and there is my director and the regional VP of sales wearing a blue shirt. Best apology ever. Edited to add. You, Strider Fighter asked why it was such a fast apology. So in the 80s network stuff was crazy expensive. The networking part of the deal was worth $1 plus million, tying customers' existing mainframes. Fast host-to-host connections were new and a big deal. And some new mainframes. Together, so all in all $4 minus $5 million. And it wasn't going fly without some help. So commissions for sales droid, manager, upper manager and VP of sales. So a ton of money on the table for them. They got the deal. And I got a surprise bonus. But I still had to go to Boston. Even if you worked for the VP. He was a jerk for calling out a person in a big meeting over a shirt color. It was a big power move to show everyone who is the boss. He failed in this case. But I would never want to work for someone that is big on showing off his authority. Man, this reminds of that gobshite story of that specialized contractor who refused to get the foreman a coffee and quit, leaving them fucked on the historical restoration stuff they were working on. Remember that guy? Amazing. This just goes to show that if you're going to start a dick measuring competition in front of everyone like that, you need to be beyond certain you have the biggest dick, or it'll backfire spectacularly. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how it is done. I hope that VP of Regional Sales learned a valuable lesson. When you try to assert dominance, but realize you don't even have teeth to bite with. This reminds me of Atlanta Falcons owner Arthur Blank. There's a YouTube interview of him saying he tried to pitch the Home Depot idea to Ross Perot. Only a few PPL in the meeting. But Perot told him, like, we all wear white-collared shirts here. Also told him no mustache. And his car brand wasn't what he should drive. Home Depot blew up lol. Working in government procurement. For decades wore dress pants, shirt and tie. At lunch I would take the tie off and put it back on. Since I worked in a cubicle, no one really saw me outside of fellow employees. Stopped wearing the tie after lunch. Then a notice came out that there was no dress code. Already had my wardrobe, so kept wearing the same stuff but skipped the tie unless I had a meeting with a vendor or being interviewed for a promotion. These are not the droids you are looking for. And we have a winner. I'm thinking he might have learned something from that. Man, someone got knocked down a few pegs. I bet a lot of the others there were happy to see that happen. Goddamn, I hate corporate culture so much, but am so stuck in it. Please help PPP me. My dad was a photographer who was hired by Megacorp to shoot their events and big wigs. As an artist, part of his style was to wear tweed jackets, corduroy trousers and non-white shirts. He looked professional and businesslike, but still looked like the artist. There was the one company, however, where he figured out he needed to blend in. He has a dark suit and a set of 5 starched white shirts. They only came out when he was headed to Armonk or the 100% Club events. In the 70s, when streaking was a thing, he had a joke. Did you hear about the streaker in the executive wing at insanely big Megacorp? A guy went running down the hall with no jacket and wearing a blue shirt. When I cleared his closet after he passed away, I found the set of 5 white shirts. They are in perfect shape. One of our area directors had a go at a field engineers for wearing jeans. Didn't go down well. A few other staff took the piss out the director by wearing decent quality charity shop clothes. Suits, paisley cravat and matching handkerchief, bright orange braces. The director was a no-bully and eventually left, although they should have been publicly pushed. Edit. Wow. 28 upvotes in as many minutes. Cheers. Here's a bit more to the story. Bully director complains to the actual director above the dressy staff, who, disliking bully director, basically ignores him. Can't remember exactly how long this went on for, but it was something like a year or 3. Edit 210 more votes whilst I typed out first edit. Grin. Having a similar problem at my work. Talked to my boss about it and they said that a white button-down shirt is fine. So I plan on spending like $10 on a white shirt and buttons to sew on. Sales droid is my new favorite term. Bravo. I can't imagine figuring out networking in the 80s. You just have to figure it out with the documentation. What a nightmare. At this point, he knew he fucked up and the only thing he could do was wear a blue shirt and apologize. Give him props for doing that. Also props to your director for being understanding. I'm sure he had to deal with shit from the VP before the VP gave in. I remember those days when I worked for an OEM in St. Paul that did networking computers. Crawling under a raised floor in a suit and tie to pull a memory twist donkey dick cable was a real PETA. But the big mainframe company set the dress code standard back then, and my company followed. After the first time, I did let the company buy me a set of coveralls for that kind of work. 80s mainframe checks out.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.